expert in juvenile children with a master's degree in education and child behaviour for over 20 years of experience. She is also a principal of preschool for 17 years. She will share her experience and expertise in using creativity and science to help family understand and nurture children's strength to unlock the child's full potential. Also to enable parents to better support their children and create stronger connections between children and parents. So let us welcome Elizabeth. Thank you.
Hello everyone, thank you for coming. Now I'd like to check with you, how many of you actually have preschool children, preschool going children? Good, I believe here all are parents, right? How many children have grown up children? Okay, how many have grandchildren? Oh, nice, great. Okay, what are we here for? We are here to seek for clarity. Now have you been asked this question, or rather heard this saying, why my child behave like that? In English, or why is it that a child behaves like that? As a parent, this is a very painful question. And a lot of parents actually come to my center asking that question, why my child behave like that? The problem is I do not have the answer. Although we are preschool educator specialists, we know a lot of things, but there are some things that we can't tell. Now, many of them actually, or rather, some of them been diagnosed with special needs. Great. So the psychologist will come to us, this child has a certain symptom. Great. We know the symptom by book. But what is really missing is the emotional part. Now, why I am so passionate about this topic is after when I met Jerry, and I personally took the DNA test. So after I tested, I was like, wow, we got emotional one, got interest. I didn't know that. Emotional is the hardest to detect. Sometimes, oh, why you're a crybaby? Or why you're so aggressive? Or in Singaporean terms, kanchong spider. Always panicky. So as a parent, I'm a parent myself, sometimes we have this big question. What did I do wrong? Guilt's coming. If you're a new parent, you don't know, but somehow your mother-in-law lah, your mother lah, auntie lah, you don't know who lah, huh? Why you don't know how to teach your child? Parents come to me, to my center crying, asking, my mother-in-law saying I don't know how to take care of my child. I don't know how to teach my child. And I stared at her. Honestly, I had no idea what to do with you. But what I can tell is that you're the mother, you be strong. Okay, these parents come crying. I say, at the end of the day, you cannot hear what other people say. But how many of us are actually that strong? Right? One day, second day, third day, until you give up already. This is happening to a lot of my parents. Mother-in-law come in, complain about daughter-in-law. Daughter-in-law come in, crying. Because my mother-in-law say I'm not good. I'm not a good mother. But are we? Until I see this, then I realize there are certain symptoms or certain traits in the genes that can be detected. Of course, I cannot tell my mother-in-law because it's genetic like that, then he behave like that. Okay, don't do that. You will create conflict. But at least we have some clarity. You know, my kids go through a lot. And especially very young kid, you know. And for early childhood, you do from infant all the way to 6 years old. And behavior actually starts from infancy. Some baby very calm, sleep throughout. Some baby very agitated one. Every 15 minutes wake up. I got parents coming in, you know, like I call them the white flag parents. As early as 6:55, they're standing down there, door open, my baby. As late, we close at 7, right? 6 to 7. Okay. Then up 7 to 7, sorry. And then 6:55, No. In fact, 6:30 she was here. She was sitting outside until 6:55. 7, if she can push it, you push it. Then she can collect the baby. Reason, her baby is very difficult to handle. Mother-in-law one day walk in. Hey, you're this baby, very hard to handle. I look at her, yeah, I know lah, we handling her what, She stayed for 15 minutes and she wakes up. Every 15 minutes, she wakes up. I don't know what to do. We tried everything. I can only suspect my autism. I can only suspect, but I'm not a psychologist. But it's very hard to convince a parent that please go and see a psychologist until the situation gets very out of hand. Or rather, like, go outside immediately can see it, comparing with 2 kids, and this kid is totally not functioning, socially not functioning. Then that one is the obvious. There you go. But these days we are quite lucky. Whenever the teacher highlights something, you go to KK, the waiting list is quite fast. Shoot, they send you there. They trust the teacher. Last time they don't. My time they don't. 20 years in early childhood. So 20 years back, when we say something, I tell you, we are not that powerful. But now, yes. Not every teacher is very powerful. But some teacher, you can tell they are very powerful. Say something, action is done because we are more aware. But that's the symptom. So what is the behavior? Behavior, we know, like, as teacher, you tell me got ADHD, you tell me autism, everything, but the mood, the emotional part is very different. The detection is very different. So when Jerry came to me and showed me this and said, I got emotion now. Oh, I'm so happy. Because this is the part that, as a principal, as a teacher, we suffer. Why this kid so violent? Both of them may be autism, but autism is on the spectrum. Why this one is so aggressive and this one is so mild? The problem lies not the child. The problem lies in the environment. You start guessing. Parents coming, did I do something wrong? Or did I not provide enough? It's very sad because there are a lot of cases parents just came in tearing and I cannot provide solution. The whole thing is more like, did I do wrong? Did I do not enough? Did I not provide enough? So today when we're going to look at this, we're going to look at the emotional part. So you roughly know, the genetic tested this fellow is a kanchong spider, always very nervous. So it's like, it's not that I didn't do lah, it's just genetically formed like that. This child has this genetic, it's in him that he gets nervous easily, or maybe a bit slow, or he's more active. Like for me, there's one part they detect that I'm an agriculture expert, something like that. You're trained up, I love plants. And that is very important because when we try to teach our child, we try to show our child. And the best way to teach our children is through their interest. 99% is we'll follow our interest first. So if the child is not interested, why my child like that? Right? But if you want to detect genetically, this child has certain traits. Let's try. Maybe he likes plants. Let's go to the garden more. We can teach our language, we can teach our numeracy, we can teach everything as long as the child is interested. Learning comes instantaneously. Okay, don't say my child don't learn. He really don't like the topic. So what to do? Happen to one don't like plants and you love go garden and follow her. And you're like, no point. Then why my child behave like that? Okay, go see the genetic. Maybe they have different traits. Who knows? Right? Don't base on your guessing. We guess too much. As teacher, we're guessing. As parents, we're also guessing. I've been guessing all my life until only recently. I'm 57 this year. We've been guessing for such a long time. My daughter is 24 this year. 24 years of guessing. So, whole topic, So I hope you'll find this topic, the conversation later on, very interesting because I'm going to chit-chat with my mother who is also having this issue. Guessing, blah, 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 and finally got clarity. From the first person point of view, that learners that's guessing is actually very, very painful. So I want to stop that. Okay, I want to stop that. Did I do wrong? Did I not give enough? The answer is, you are a perfect mother. Stop blaming yourself. Okay, I'd like to invite Sarah.
I'm back.
Oh, thank you for the chair. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, hello, Sarah. Yes.
Hi. Yeah.
So give us a bit of a story.
Okay, just now I say I shall review why I'm very passionate with today's topic. Yeah, I'm a mom with two young adults, son. Yeah, my elder one is 23, my second one is 19. And how I wish that 10 over years ago, there's such technology around that can really help me from my struggling thing. Yes, because my younger son, he is diagnosed with ADHD and dyslexic, and he was only diagnosed when he was at the age of 8 years old. Yeah. So, but actually, when he was younger, right, even as young as like 2 to 3 years old, I already know that he has some form of struggle. Because at 2 or 3 years old, he can always tell me that my buttock got needle. In Chinese, you say 屁股有针. It's like you will see him moving non-stop. Yeah, he can't sit still. Yeah, he cannot even stand still. So he will be moving. He will have a lot of energy and then keep moving about, running about. But then when you ask him to to control and stay still, he can't do it. Yeah, and of course as a caretaker, who is my mom, will actually force him to sit still or stand still. That's not going to happen. So my house is constantly very noisy. Noisy as in what? There will be a lot of scolding, a lot of asking a lot of questions like why this she always like say why he always dong he, dong he this moving and there jump up and down and things like that. Yeah, you know, right? Yeah. So that's why from young, right, I always have this struggle as in like I know something is wrong, but then I couldn't explain it. Yeah. Yes. So this is what part of my journey 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 over years ago. Yeah.
So this is exactly what I'm trying to say, right? She may know, but it's the mother that's giving her a little stress.
Yes, that's right.
So the mother not complaining. So how? So if you were to take a gene test, probably see where has the markers is, which is area is higher, then you might go to be more, I would say, accepted, and then go to the psychologist and have it tested.
Yeah, something about this, right? Yeah, a lot of guessing, and then you know, in Singapore, going through all these tests and assessment is actually very costly. Yeah, so besides having to guess and know, I don't have a direction of what actually goes wrong and where to go for help. Yeah, I actually burned a very big hole in my pocket because of my children trying to test and find out what is the real problem. Yeah, I'm not the type of parents that will just leave it and say that oh my child is just plain naughty or my child is like can like my mother always say can study means can study, cannot study means cannot study. In my dictionary I don't have that lah. I don't have that inside, so I have to find some way, some form to actually help my child. Yeah, but I really do not know which direction, which is really causing the pain. Yeah.
So this one, once you kind of guess where the markers are, you can actually zoom in. And if you think you don't want to diagnose, at least do some reading up. See whether the symptom fits and what are the ways to help the child cope. The thing is not to diagnose, but to know what the symptom is or the high markers and whether it is relevant or what you see your child is happening to the gene. Yeah, very hyper, very active. It's more like you cannot understand him. But like you were to compare, for example, a Toyota and a Porsche. The Porsche is meant to run fast. Any slower, the motor will die, right? Toyota, there's a certain speed, but you go long distance for family cars. So if it's built in that particular way, the child will want to move to be fast. So maybe you find activity that really helps him. Don't try to control him. We have been doing a lot of things that is very harmful to the child. especially in the classroom. You just sit there for 20 minutes. Come on, like even adults sit on the backside for 20 minutes hurts, okay? Don't talk about child. And the child moves too much, complain, not happy with the child. And then comes in, what are you doing with the child at home? You're not disciplined or teach the child well. So there's this blame go both sides. Family blame school, school blame family. I think you're all quite familiar with that, right? They will direct the blame to parents. Parents, you do something, the parents said, teacher will never do anything. So the thing goes shit here, and the child stand in the middle, like, I'm here, nobody know me, nobody want to get to know me. Yes. So I'm here. After I got the test, I said, wow, there's so much readings and results of 100 plus. Jerry will actually go through with you and like have you see this amazing, surprising things that you can find out and use it to help yourself and your kids and whoever you're working with. Yeah. So after you tested, what was the relief you had?
Okay, to be honest, right, when we only got tested, like, because I tested for myself and my two children, like, 4 to 5 years back. Yeah. So during that time, they are already teenager. Yeah. So at that time, what I wanted to test is like more on like health management for me and my children because they're also going into adulthood, so they should actually know. So this was the main intention, but to my surprise, when the report actually came out, right, a lot of things suddenly make sense in terms of their behavior when they're younger. Yeah, so I have really like what you say is like better clarity. I now know why they behave in this way. Yeah, so it's like so from then, right, I have been very passionately sharing with parents as in like this thing really helps. I have been through and done with. Yeah, so yes, so this is the part whereby it really I'm very amazed by I can really relate because sometimes like we say you cannot change your genes, but then so your genes actually affected certain things. Yeah, like their behavior, their environment also cause the difference. And really it's the key word is like how can we understand them better? Yeah.
Yes. And most important, don't feel guilty. It's the guilt. Because when you have that guilt, you keep thinking, I did not do enough, I did not do enough. You some parents will go into depression because of this and it's bad. Because when your mood is bad, it's not going to help the child. But once you have clarity, you like, I'm very sure I know how to do. Because guessing is the worst. And when the guessing goes into blaming, it's even worse. So don't stop blaming because blame yourself or you blame like husband blame wife, wife blame husband, the whole family blame each other because I see that a lot. Now they sit down and say, oh, then they start quarreling in front of me. Like so for after you gain clarity, right? So now your child, the thing we asked, your child, did he knows about his genetic structure and how did he feel about it?
Yeah, it's because they are old enough, right? So they actually know. So I will, for example, my younger one, he's the one that is diagnosed with the ADHD and dyslexic, right? So he has these two disorder. Yeah, and for ADHD, actually, there's two different extremes. One extreme is that their mind is too messy with a lot of things in their brain that they do not know which one to focus. Yeah, so end up they do not know what to do as well. Yeah, this is in their brain. Yeah, the other extreme is they are very rigid. So when they want something, they want to do something, they will need to do it and actually complete that thing. Yeah. So for this second extreme, my son happened to fall under the second one. Yeah, and with this second extreme, right, this was what I was told by the psychology. Yeah, they will actually will lead to some form of OCD. That means he want to do finish this thing, means he need to do finish this thing. Yeah, and based on genetic risk, right, my son OCD is at the highest one. Yeah, it's at the top. So it explains a lot on his behavior. Why when he was young, right, like he want to do this portion of the stuff. If he don't finish it, for example, when he was studying, usually for us, if we are not able to like, for example, we are at this question and then we got stuck, right? So what we will do is that we will skip to another one and then after that we will come back. Yeah, but for him, he can't. He will definitely need to figure out that particular question. Yeah, if he can't figure out, he cannot move on. Yeah, so this causes a very huge struggle in him. Yeah, struggle as in what? He can, at 2 a.m. in the morning, I can suddenly hear banging sound, boom, boom, boom. I don't know what was happening. I went to his room. He was actually using his head to bang the wall. Yeah, just because he wanted to sleep. But then he was stuck at that question. He didn't manage to go through. He didn't manage to get the answer. So he was stuck there. Yeah. So this is the part whereby his OCD is more serious than usual, I would say. Yeah. So how the moment I know this, right, I will have to get some form of professional help. Like really go through those professional therapy. It helps. Yeah. And before if I don't know that, that there are this thing that he has this high risk by himself through genetic through his genes, right? I would think that it's just the ADHD thing, then you will somehow settle by itself. No, I don't think so. Because by genes he's like that. Yeah, he's already having this. It just made it worse. Yeah. So I didn't hesitate. I will definitely seek for help. And it actually helps. It actually helps him because he needs some form of people guiding him. Yeah. And then sometimes I must say parents in terms of this, right, sometimes we ourselves cannot control ourselves. We are not actually helping them. Yeah, we really need a third party. Yeah, so for me, since he's young, I already go through this. Whoever tell me whatever can help, right, I will let him go. Yeah, I will let him put through. Yeah, that is what I can do to support. Yeah, so he himself also know that he has this OCD risk, right? So certain times, like now, right, he's already 19. So he will have things like, for example, when you need to go out. So when you want to go out, right, you have to make sure that all his things is like properly placed, and then you have to make sure that he check like at least 3 times, take picture of where is it, so that he will know that the things are all correctly placed. Yeah, then he will go out of the house, and then he will come back at least 3 times just to ensure that he got lock the door, he got choose everything. Yeah, so this is OCD behavior. And when he overdo it, right, he himself know. Then he will tell me, I think my OCD is like getting a bit serious. And the next thing I will tell him, if you need help, you need to let me know. Yeah. So he actually knows that he always has backup behind. And this is very important. Yeah. So he has his self-realization and also he knows that he has the support. Yeah.
So for older, so it's not actually for younger kids, but for older kids or even for yourself, if you're having guessing what is wrong, not say what is wrong, what is disturbing you or the feel that you want to get some clarity, this gene test is pretty good actually.
Yeah.
So for her, I find that it helps her son. Knowing who you are and exactly what your genetic structure and why is it causing you all this behavior helps a lot. At least it's not that something I did wrong or something that happened to me in the later part, but I was born genetically. You're structured in that way and you can't change. But what you can do is find ways to cope so that we have clarity. And are we time there? Oh yeah, okay. So moving forward, once you got clarity with your son, right? So what was his coping mechanism? You said there's this two box thingy, two kid thingy that help him.
How he managed, I think I'm the one who manage him. So I'm actually the toolbox. Yeah. So because of I know all his strength and weaknesses through the report, right, it actually makes sense, like I say. For example, all the while because of his study academic, because he has dyslexic, you see. So he actually struggled because our Singapore education system, is all English based. Yeah, so they actually he really struggled. Yeah, struggled a lot. Yeah, so I have to find ways. So I actually find ways to help him, as in like I know that he got very good sport talent. Yeah, I didn't know it. I know it by his behavior. But when the genetic reports come out, right, there's one portion that like his his reflexes is faster. As in like he will be in terms of reflex, right, he's very fast. And those people I did see that got slow reflex on. These people cannot do sports. But for my son, right, since young, he can go through all kinds of sports. He's very good at it. Yeah, so the moment he go into it, right, he will master it almost immediately. Yeah, so he's in soccer, he's in badminton. So through this, right, because that time I don't have this technology to help me. So what I can do is I could only use what I observe. Yeah, so I actually let him go through his all the sports, and even he to reduce the stress in his study, right? I let him go through direct school admission for his secondary school using his sport talent. Yeah, so when he immediately got the school acceptance, right? Yeah, it's reduced a lot of stress in his academic wise. Yeah, and then from there he is able to explore more of what he's interested in. So even if when he knows that he's good in sports, so when he go into his poly, right, he also select the course that he like, which is in sport and wellness management. So that fits in. So he actually knows from there, right? I do not know. It's again, it's through observant. But when his report come out, right, I'm able to see a lot of these things that why it leads to his interest. Yeah.
So from her experience, we know that it works. So what I would urge that if you really have issue, look at it and see which part has the highest score, and we work on that to develop your child's talents and ability. If the child is like not no high reflex, be slow, please don't push lah. If what my child is not moving and not interested in sport, genetically structured, not interested in sport. Genetically structured, very active. Find something active is, and don't try to go against it. I don't know why our education system or whatever some parents like to go against it because of the norm. It's not behaving normally. But the question is, what is normal behavior to you? There's no such thing as normal. When the child is good, wow, it's very good. But when he is very young, it's behaving in a very odd way. You say no. But once the child, when that person succeeded, then you say, wow, you're super. Then the parents say, yeah, at home it's like what I say, backside got needle, cannot sit still. That's why he's an athlete. So don't base on guessing and don't base on what others say, not based on the norm, but based on what genetically your child is being structured and develop he or she accordingly. Yes. Would you like that actually? To know your child better, or rather know yourself better. Sometimes if you're finding yourself struggling, why am I behaving this way, or why, something is lacking, just go and do a test. And I was very surprised. I was very surprised when I did my own. I was like, okay, yeah, it answers a lot of questions like why I love plants and I do well with plants. It's, oh, you got green finger. Well, my genes say I have green fingers. So if your plants are dying, maybe you do a gene test and say, yep, you do not have green fingers, you don't take plants. Give up. Do something else. Who knows? That's the fun part. And okay, my genes say that I'm allergic to eggs, but I'm so far not allergic to eggs. But I'm guessing, will I be eating eggs causing me other symptoms that I'm not aware of? It's something that I would actually like to find out. So don't worry about the allergies. Oh, I talk about allergies, let's forget. And allergy is also a very big question. Sometimes very young children, there's something happened to the child, wonder what is it? And allergies can come in different methods. Inflammation, the obvious one you see the skin, but others will be active. Certain things the child cannot take, they take it and be super active. Especially in preschool, wondering why the child is so active. And sorry to say, certain milk overstimulate the brain. This is true fact because my friend was giving the child certain milk and this child was like super hyper. They said, maybe I take away the milk, give her normal milk. And true enough, the activity go down. So giving over too much vitamins and whatever actually overstimulate the child. Don't think everything is good. Give. Check your child. Maybe the child say, but the DNA never say hyper, then why is the child so hyper? Maybe it's in the diet. So when you have a clarity, then you see where went wrong. Okay, especially allergies. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay.